Welcome back to Tuppy Chase Farm. Appreciate you watching. It is back to flannel weather, but it's going to be one of those times I'm not really complaining, as we are going to be moving some chickens to the processor. It's Monday the 23rd, and these chickens will be moving tomorrow morning. So I'm up here today, going to get the bins and everything set up, because we're going to try to get them moved starting around 6 o'clock or at daylight in the morning. You can literally hear these chickens pulling the seeds and the leaves off the plants as they're out here foraging today. The game plan is to open this up in the morning. Once we get them in there, we'll put the bins back in place, we'll have them in, and then we'll start picking them up. We're going to put 5 to 6 in each one of the bins, and then load them here into the cattle trailer for transport. I'm not sure how well this will come out, but it's the next morning. For some of y'all, this is what 5:45 in the morning looks like. There you go. Farm Girl Ann, bright and early, how you feeling? You loving it? Oh, okay, never mind. Farm Boy Clay. Guys, home. All right, get your title out. Right, don't worry about them. We're down to the last few. They've gotten smart. They want to hide under the trailer. I'll probably have to cinch in under there. Good morning again. It's the next morning. I am heading back to the processor. I actually had a camera malfunction. More to the point, I had a user malfunction. So the main part that you missed out was just seeing all the bins loaded in the back of the trailer. We did have 21 crates loaded up with chickens. Took them to the processor, had everything done by about 7:15, 7:30 in the morning. It is an Amish processor, so I'm respectful of the fact that they're not real keen on having their picture taken or videos, etc. Mr. David Miller is the owner of Hamilton Valley Processor. Really, really nice gentleman. Spent some time talking with him again yesterday, and I really enjoyed that. I would definitely need to design a better system a pen to hold the chickens in as we're gathering them up. It was actually not that hard with 2 or 3 people to corral them in, to get them going the right direction and get them in the pen. But as you saw from the video, it was like a sieve. We were leaking chickens everywhere. They were getting out between the bins, they were jumping over the bins, they were pushing the fence down. Good morning again. It has been a whirlwind, but we got all the meat back from the processor, got it loaded into the freezers, and have actually got an inventory of everything. So let me tell you what we've got. In this freezer, we have all the chicken parts, which I'm really excited about because I wasn't sure the processor was going to do parts, and this year they made a change and they're offering parts. So we have thighs, chicken breasts, chicken tenderloins, chicken wings, and this is the drumette and the wingette combined. You cut them apart and you have the wings that look just like what you would get at the restaurant. More chicken breasts, and then we have chicken legs. Really great job. In this freezer, we have the whole and the cut up. I did have them go ahead and bag up the chicken livers. And then we have the whole chicken. Here is a whole chicken, that's 4.4 pound. And then we have a cut up whole chicken. So this is the same as the whole chicken. The only thing is it has been cut up already into pieces. The birds that were parted out, I actually kept the chicken carcasses. So in this package, for example, there are 2 chicken carcasses. Mostly it's the back, which you see there. There's also the tail bone. This will be really good if you were buying, let's say, breasts only, but you wanted to have some bones to make chicken stock out of. I thought I would finish up this video giving a detailed rundown on the total performance of this first batch of chickens. So I started, if you remember, with 152 chickens. I had either death loss or I sold some of 32, so I ended up with 120 birds that got processed. Now, that seems like a big number. However, 10 of them I sold to a friend of mine when they were 4 weeks old. I had 13 that I lost in the first rainstorm. That I blame on myself, not getting them under cover. For example, this second batch I have not lost one to rain because I figured out you have to get out there and make sure they get under cover until they learn about that. I did lose what I would say 5 to health problems, and then I had 3 that I must have lost to predators. I was 3 less than what I thought that I took to the processor, and I would expect that must have been predator loss, which is not bad considering they've been out in the pasture for 6 weeks. This might be a bit amazing to you, but they ate 2,520 pounds worth of feed. That is 1.5 tons, and that is 21 pounds of feed per bird. The live weight, so I measured them, I weighed them right before I took them to the processor. They were just under 7 pounds. They were 6.83 pounds. I was really hoping that was going to be at 7, but I was slightly short of that. The conversion rate was 3. That means it took 3 pounds of feed to generate 1 pound of live weight. If you remember earlier videos, that was something I was keeping a close eye on every week as I moved through their life cycle. When I got them to the processor, I ended up with 572 pounds of meat. The average weight of each bird after processing was 4.76 pounds. That means that I had a processing conversion of 70%. I took in 6.8 pound live weight and I came back with 4.76. Conversion was 70%. That's okay. I was hoping to be more around 73%. Total feed conversion per pound of processed weight was 4.4 pounds. So it took 4.4 pounds of feed to generate 1 pound of processed meat. Then if you look down here, something else I think that would be helpful for people that are thinking about raising chickens, particularly if you want to raise them for yourself. the toss I had in each bird. The cheapest thing you do is buy the chicks. They were average $1.90 per chick. That includes the price of the chick plus shipping them. The feed toss was $5.66, and then the processing toss was $4.28, for a total cost in each chicken of $11.84. That cost for each chicken is before you take into account my labor, any marketing that I'm going to have to do to try to sell them, as well as equipment costs, etc. How does a chicken house or Purdue or what you buy in the grocery store, how can they sell them at the level they are? Well, one, and the biggest, is probably the economies of scale. They're raising hundreds of thousands of birds. Therefore, every cost that I just showed is much lower because they're buying in bulk. These chickens came out in 10 weeks. They're probably raising chickens in about 6 weeks to 7 weeks. Remember, there are a lot of hormones, growth hormones, antibiotics, etc., to get these chickens or those chickens to perform at that level. Hopefully these numbers were helpful. Again, as always, I appreciate you watching the video. Have a great week.